Hey guys, how you doing? Good morning. This is Obi with LionStrong Elite, and I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in for another episode. As you guys already know, you guys can be anywhere else, but you're here with me right now in this moment, so I do appreciate it for fellowshipping with me as all times. And with that said, guys, some simple housekeeping. Make sure that you guys subscribe to my channel and like the video so people can get the information. Because guys, every time I start a video, every time I open my mouth, I want to make sure that I'm implementing things that are valuable and I'm not wasting time. So let's get right into the video, guys. So the topic of this video is how to train like a machine, how to train like that animal while managing or running a 7-figure business. Okay. So guys, as you guys already know, these videos are targeted towards men that are top tier high performers. These are business owners, CEOs, executives, people that are out here really making big changes, have a tremendous amount of responsibility. So it's important that that these individuals get information that's not only useful, it makes sense, but it's most importantly applicable the moment that they receive it. Okay, so guys, we all know that the biggest struggle is when it comes to having these tremendous responsibilities is fitness and training and being able to sustain that. And a lot of people that consume these videos or watch my videos understand that when you're running a large business, things can get hectic. Meetings, Zoom meetings, board meetings, handling projects, traveling, going all over the place. Things can get crazy. So it's important to develop a system or routine which will allow you and enable you to still be and operate at a top level. So guys, I'm all about simplicity. I'm old school. I think that if people can learn to keep things simple, that's what makes things sustainable. Oftentimes people try to implement these, all these crazy tactics, but they end up falling on their faces because they can't sustain them. So guys, we're just gonna break it down. Video won't be too long, but I think that when it comes to training like a machine, and you got to make sure that you are keeping that the equipment that you're using, your workouts can always be accessible at all times. So what does that mean? So as you guys know that watch my channel, I'm a big proponent of using dumbbells. Why? Because dumbbells make the training, number one, more interesting. You're less likely to get bored from it. It will keep you from experiencing any type of muscle imbalance. When you use a bar, guys, whatever this arm does, this arm has to do. They're not given independent range of motion. So even though it does make you stronger, you're creating problems long term. But aside from that, dumbbells give you more functionality. You can pack them. You can easily put them in an office. You can have them in your hotel room. I talked about in a previous video, I have clients that I tell them that, when they get to their hotel, go down to the gym, grab some dumbbells and put them in your room. Or at least, get your workout done in that moment, put them back. Because I know oftentimes leaving the room and having to go a place that's out of your way or a place that you don't want to go to can be a drag. So I think that by keeping things close to you, it allows you to get your training in. But aside from that, you want to make sure that when you're training, guys, that you're implementing routines that are able to help you maximize your time, maximize muscle recruitment, maximize cardiovascular, output. And, with that said, dumbbells do that. You can do everything. And when it comes to training, I do believe that doing total body complexes, supersetting, drop setting, doing circuits in which you're prioritizing how long you can do the exercises for versus reps. I think that one thing people typically run into that are problematic is they try to calculate everything. Okay, well, I'm going to do 10 reps here and 10 reps there, rest for this long. Guys, when it comes to training, you just got to just go. Okay. I tell people all the time that the best training is the training that you're not thinking. Okay. You're going off of an instinctual feel. What does that mean? It means that, if a muscle is not fatigued, if it's not exhausted, you want to work the muscles that are feeling good that day, but you want to do it in a capacity where you're still getting your cardiovascular. Now, how do you do that? You get your cardiovascular from minimizing rest periods. I always tell people that, there's no such thing as, I'm just doing my cardio, or I do my weights and then my cardio. Guys, you can do both. And the way you do both is by doing max reps. Okay, so for example, I'm gonna do man makers, okay, for 2 minutes. And what are man makers? Man makers is when you have dumbbells, you go down, you do a plank row. So you get into a push-up position, you're in a push-up position, you're doing a row here, you stand up, you put the dumbbells on your shoulders, and you perform a squat to a shoulder press, and then you repeat that. So from me describing that exercise, you can clearly see that it works the entire body. And anybody who's ever done it, they're exhausting, okay? They suck, but because they suck, that's why they're so effective. You work the arms, the shoulders, the triceps, the core, you work your back, you work everything. So when you do stuff like that, that's already exhausting, that's tiring and exhausting, and you combine that with time under tension, which is how long you can keep that muscle under load, that's when you get the best results, okay? So when you do stuff like that and you do your workouts under 30 minutes and you take very little breaks, you're gonna get a better and a more effective workout than somebody who spends 2 hours in the gym, okay? And again, this is very useful information for my high performers, because as I already talked about, we don't have a lot of time to be messing around. We don't have time to be, socializing, to waste time. We got to get things done. So, just like how you'll get things done when it comes to work and business, you have to have that same mentality when it comes to training. And I think once you adopt that mentality when it comes to training, you're going to have better training because you're more focused. You have that laser athlete minded focus when it comes to training. So, that's just something I recommend. I can give you another example of another complex. You can do squat to press. Now, why is squat to press a good exercise? It's because, again, you're utilizing your whole body basically. When you do a squat to press, you keep dumbbells here. So by putting the dumbbells here, that's interior to your body, you're forcing those shoulders to activate, you're forcing your biceps, your forearms to activate. And people don't know this, but when you put weights here, you have to use that core, okay? And so by doing this exercise, you have the weights here, you squat down, all the way down, butt on the ground, you come up, you press and extend, and you repeat that. So that one exercise, like I said, do it for 2 minutes, and you're gonna see how you feel. They're exhausting, okay? But once again, like I always talk about, they're effective. So I rather you do 1 or 2 exercises. You can just do 1 exercise, and do that for as long as you can. Take little breaks, right? And you're gonna get an effective workout, and that kind of takes you back to that, training like an animal. It's not so much about variety in how many you're doing. It's about the difficulty of the exercise and how long you can perform that before the body gives out. And if things are done properly, guys, you'll see that under 25 minutes, you'll be smoked, and even most likely before then, okay? So the goal is you want to simplify the training by making sure that little to no equipment is needed. Of course, dumbbells, it's best to have dumbbells because it allows you to, get more out of your training. But you don't need machines, you don't need cables, you just need dumbbells, right? Make sure those dumbbells are close access to you. They're closely accessible. And just making sure that when you're choosing your exercises, you're picking exercises that accommodate and work the whole body in one pop, okay? I gave some examples, and before I close the video, I'll give another example. Let's just say you do like a lower body complex, okay? Let's just say you do this exercise. You take dumbbells, you do a left forward lunge, a right forward lunge, a left reverse lunge, a right reverse lunge, put the dumbbells on your shoulders, and then do a front squat. That's 1, okay? And then you just keep repeating that. Again, something simple, but if you just spend your time doing stuff like that over time, over a short period of time, less breaks, once again, you'll get the same outcome. How do I know that? Because it's all about finding the things that are most difficult and doing them for as long as you can while minimizing rest periods. And guys, that's how you train like an athlete. Okay, by doing this, 20 minutes, you can get back to work, get back to handling business, and yeah, you win at the end of the day. So guys, anyway, I just wanted just to drop that video on you. I just think it's important that you implement excuse me guys, it's early in the morning. Implement tactics just like that, so that way you can get the most out of your training. And most importantly, what makes it most effective isn't because of the difficulty of it and the intensity of it, but it's sustainable, okay? Anything that is sustainable will allow you and enable you to be consistent. If you can be consistent over a period of time, that's what generates results. And us as high-performing individuals, that's the one thing that we only care about and we prioritize, okay? So train for those results. Guys, at the end of this video, I want to thank you for joining me here at LionStrong Elite. I'm Obi, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, and I'll be here on the next one, okay? Make sure you guys check out my shorts, and you guys can check out my website, LionStrong Elite, for more information on if you guys are interested in coaching. I do a lot of that, and I'm happy to take on those who are ready to accept the challenge and to be the best version of themselves. Because on this channel, we're all about being the best, being top performers, because anything less is unacceptable. Guys, thank you once again. Have a great day. Bye.